Yo guys, what's going on? It's Shauno here, and today I'm just making this super fast video on leveling builds for phase 3. A lot of people have been asking me, and the phase is just a few hours away, so I need to get this out as quick as possible. So this is just a super fast, unedited video on the specs that I'm running. So obviously you can get dual spec now, so obviously go to the city and pick that up. But the first build I'm using is the AoE Fingers of Frost Living Bomb build, but we've added some spice onto it. So if you remember in phase 2, I used this build to level up in SM. If you watch the live streams, you could see that I absolutely destroyed everything. It was like 1500 to 2000 DPS at times. It was absolutely bonkers. So if you get 2 or 3 other mages doing this, you're going to blitz through ZF or whatever dungeons you're using. So the talents we use is 3 out of 3 elemental precision, 2 in frost warding, 2 in improved frost nova, 3 in permafrost, 1 in cold snap, 3 in improved blizzard, 1 in piercing ice, 5 in shatter, 1 in ice block. This is where we move to the fire tree to pick up impact and ignite. Now the runes we're going to use for this one is we're using Fingers of Frost. We have to use Fingers of Frost. This is part of the build that you can't change. This is the main part of the build. For the waste, we're using Frost Firebolt. Just in case there's some single target damage, you can use Frost Firebolt. It's really strong, especially with Shatter and Ignite. For the legs, we are using Living Flame. It's not quite as powerful as before, but the cooldown means we can use it a lot more often, so there's always that. Feet, we're using Spell Power, and for the hands we're using Living Bomb. Now the way this works is you're going to be in the dungeon and you're going to tell them to do ridiculously big pulls. The tank will go and get all of the mobs that you need and gather them up. Then you will Living Bomb sort of 6-7 mobs. So you're going to Living Bomb, Living Bomb, Living Bomb, Living Bomb, Living Flame. Then you're going to use your Blizzard and it's going to get the Fingers of Frost. And then with the Fingers of Frost procs, it's going to make your Living Bomb have sort of 50-60% crit chance, and everything is going to blow up and it's going to ignite and it's going to be absolutely crazy. I'll try and clip in a video from the last phase into this video to show you what it was like then. So Living Bomb, Living Bomb, Living Bomb, Living Bomb, Living Bomb, Living Bomb, Living Flame, then we use Blizzard to trigger the Fingers of Frost.
I need counter spell as well.
Congrats.
What the fuck?
So it's a pretty good build.
That's all my power getting that thing.
And now for the second build I've made, this is basically for questing and or healing. It covers all situations. It's got a bit of AoE damage, it's got strong single target damage, and it's also got healing, so the sustainability is really good. It's a good one for questing, but if you need to heal or something, you can also run this one. So we're using 5 in improved arcane missiles, 3 in arcane focus, 5 in arcane concentration, 3 in improved arcane explosion, 1 in arcane resilience, 3 in arcane meditation, 1 in improved mana shield, but this is a free point, you can put it anywhere you want, 5 in arcane mind, 1 in presence of mind, 3 in arcane instability, and 1 in arcane power. Now the runes we're going to use on this depends on the situation. We're using regeneration for the most part because we can use sustainability. On the waist we're going to have missile barrage. That's the best rune obviously. For the legs, what I'm running in my PvP gear is arcane surge. Now it depends on the situation. So if it's really busy and I'm on a PvP server, I'll be using my PvP gear, in which case I'll just hold on to arcane surge. That way if someone tries to gank me, I literally just turn around and one-shot them and then they won't do it again. But if you're on a PvE server or it's not as busy, you can of course use your legs. On that note, I will say I'm using the different set. I'm basically using PvP gear if I'm out questing. Otherwise, you have too little stamina in the irradiated set, like it's really bad. So That's up to you. If you find it's not very busy, then you can of course use your PvE gear, but I like to be safe, so I run with Arcane Surge and I use my PvP gear. For feet, it's spell power, but you can also use the healing one if you need to heal. And with the gloves, I've got Arcane Blast, but I've also got another set of gloves with Living Bomb, so I just switch between them depending on what I need. If you're AoE pulling in the quest, let's say it's kill 5 mobs, then we'll just gather them up with Living Bomb. But let's say it's a big guy that you've got to kill for a quest, then of course we'll use Arcane Blast. So yeah, those are the specs that I'm going to be using, so best of luck in the phase. Hopefully level 50 is going to be a lot faster than the slog of level 25 to 40, especially with the XP buff. So it shouldn't be an issue at all. So just take it easy. If you want to go questing, go questing. If not, just use the dungeon AoE farm build. It's just going to blitz through all of the dungeons for you. Best of luck in the new phase and have a good day.